Hi, everyone. It's Module 6. Can you believe it? Time flies during every semester. I swear I wake up and it's like, wait a minute, why are we in a final exam? I wanted to go over a little bit about what we're doing this week. This is about, starts our neurological component of the training. And I decided to focus on brain injury in this, mainly because I'm always amazed that we talk about trauma counseling, and sometimes I'm not sure that people actually get much training in mental health, and particularly mental health counseling programs, on what a traumatic brain injury might do for a person who, particularly if you're in trauma counseling, or if you're in any kind of counseling, it doesn't matter. You can be in career counseling, vocational counseling, mental health, substance abuse. There's a huge correlation between brain injury and substance abuse, and some of the executive functioning and other issues that people have because they have a head injury may make a big difference in how you're able to be effective as a counselor. If you're expecting certain kinds of homework to be done all the time on, and it's not, and you take it as a personal affront, or that they are not compliant, what you may have to remember to do is to send prompts to remind them to do it in between sessions. So a lot of different things that you're going to learn this week. I always said traumatic brain injury was one of the things that I had the hardest time learning about, because my brain has always been such an important part of who I am. And I can't imagine if something should happen. I've got a mother that's working with dementia right now. I've had, my dad had Benzwanger's. It's kind of prevalent in my family, so hopefully I will be able to keep myself healthy and well. There's a section at the end on prevention and wellness, so that you can begin to think about how you might help your clients or yourself or your family members prevent problems with that to the brain. Um, there's a number of videos and stories, people's stories. This is such a, there's such diversity in the type of head injuries people can have. I decided to just, and I even included some stroke and some other things that we don't consider when we talk about a head injury, or something has impacted the brain. I think you'll enjoy the stories. They'll give you'll have a picture in your head of what it looks like. So those are, to me, it's always, I want you to have something to hang your hat on. I also found some kind of funny videos about learning neuroanatomy information, because again, you need to understand when somebody says they had an injury to the prefrontal cortex, what that exactly means and what it's affecting. Um, there's a number of videos, short videos. There's, I think the longest one may be 27 minutes in this, the neuroanatomy one, but the guy's pretty funny. I think you'll enjoy it. Make sure that I added a section called resources. I'm not going to expect, this is medical aspects. It's not mental health medical aspects. So I decided that I'm giving you the information, and I'm giving you what you need to understand from a medical aspects situation. But those are more resources that I want to make sure you have available to you. So download them, keep them. Remember, this is, you're going to run into people who've had some, who don't even know they have had a head injury. That's the other thing. Some people don't realize that I fell backwards one time ice skating, and for like 3 days I was looped. And I know a lot about traumatic brain injury that suddenly hit me. My gosh, I had a concussion. My brain was damaged. It was bruised as a result, and I'm feeling the effects of it. So it can happen to any one of us. And yes, if you wonder what this is it was given to me by my sister-in-law's mom, just funny woman. She sent it to me a couple years ago, and it's called a Damn It doll. And it's been one of those times. It's the end of I just had to close down a year on 3 different grants and keep everything else going. And frankly, sometimes it was all I could do not to look to smack somebody. So this is a Damn It doll. You just decide if you've had enough, hit it somewhere. And I have a tendency just to play with it sometimes. So again, I know that you're entering, well, we're not even at we're at midpoint, pretty much. So you're probably feeling a little stressed or a lot stressed. You're looking at all the information and trying to decide what it is you're supposed to get and not get. Just enjoy the material. I have reinforced the learning through different mechanisms. So by the end of it all, you'll have a pretty good picture of what we're talking about when we talk about traumatic brain injury, what it looks like, what it feels like, and how you're going to best communicate with a person, as well as learn a lot more about the some different interventions that have been developed. There's been a lot that's been developed over the last 10 or 15, 20 years. There's a lot of difference between, there's a lot of work on concussive injuries because those have as much of an impact as a closed head injury in a car accident or something. So um, enjoy it. Like I said, I even have one of my favorite videos is by a woman. It's called my Stroke of Insight, and she is phenomenal. Her book I have to say, I watched the videos and I enjoyed listening to her, and her TED Talk and other videos. And so I did read the book, but the videos had given me so much and such a great picture of her. I enjoyed them. If you want to learn a little bit more, I think I referenced her book. It's called My Stroke of Insight, so you can't miss it. All right. Um, Enjoy. I will be around. And what I'd like to also do is talk to y'all about maybe having some virtual sessions, some, as they would say, maybe some drop-in times that if you think you would like to just chit chat, say hi, talk about what's going on versus I had one year, I did have some students talk me into this. It was a lot of fun, I'll be honest with you, to just have class instead of having to go into the discussion postings, just have a class where we discussed. We met and then other people zoomed in so that we could all um, see each other and talk. So I would be more than happy. Probably can't do a number of them each week, but one or two would not be hard to fit if people could actually want to sign up for them. So I'll send out a poll, find out what you think, and we'll talk about it a little bit more. Have a good week. Enjoy. Remember to take care of yourself. I'm putting a little self-care item in at the very end of it. I want you to make sure you do something for yourself this week and take care. Okay? Have a good one.